And I'm JJ Bone from On the Line Podcast Show with JJ Fundy Jr. Today, Junior, let them know you here. Squares beware everywhere. Junior here, I'm here, and we got three individuals here today on the podcast show. We got Mr. Breeze, we got Mr. Duck Down, and we got Mr. JC. How y'all doing today?
Good.
I appreciate y'all pulling in, taking time out of your day to stop in and contribute a little knowledge. So I want to ask y'all today, what do you think about today's society with just, Breeze, tell us, excuse me, let me go back. Breeze, tell us a little bit about, have you ever been incarcerated before?
Yes, sir.
Doug, Dan, you ever been incarcerated before?
Yes, I have.
JC, have you been incarcerated before?
Yes.
And Junior, have you ever been incarcerated?
Yeah, but I like to
Okay. As well as myself. All right, so they, Doug Down, he's working with a program, and he's going to elaborate a little bit about what he does. So, Doug Down, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, I work for Unite the People, right? It's a law firm in Long Beach. And my homeboy put me up on it, my homeboy Crow. I was doing HVAC when I first got out, and then he asked me if I wanted to work there. So I told him, yeah. So he asked me a question, and he asked me, was you at work today? I said, no. He said, yeah, I'm at work. I said, where you working? He said, he working in the law office. I started laughing. He said, what you laughing at? I said, man, you don't know shit about no damn law. I had to help you when I was in prison. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? So, and then it went from there. You asked me a question about what if three people was in on a homicide, a murder beef, and one of them is the primary shooter, and the other ones was just there, driving the car, was just in there, didn't really kill nobody. And I told him it was a new law that came out when I was in. It said if you're not the primary shooter, then you got action at getting out on the aid and abetting. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what and then the CEO got on the phone and told me, named Caesar McDowell, he got on the phone and said, could you come down Monday and holler at me? So I went down there Monday, I hollered at him. He said, well, normally we don't pay people until after 90 days. I said, hold on, bro. I don't do that. I got to get paid every day I come up here. He said, no, I ain't doing that with you. We're going to pay you from day one. And that's how I got started in the law office.
Okay, so you talking about law.
Yes.
Okay, you did time in the state, two gentlemen on the outside, JC Breeze, I did federal time, and I know JC did state time as well. Junior did federal time also, I did state time. So there's a difference between federal and state?
Yeah, it's a way big difference. If you, like say for example, you commit an arson, first of all, the state gonna pick it up, and the feds 100% gonna pick that up in arson cases. You know what I'm saying? So you'll do your state time, and then after you do your state time, then the feds gonna try you, and you're gonna do your federal time. You know what I'm saying? It's a difference, and it's always 85% in the feds. They don't have time or nothing.
So it's been always 85 with the feds always.
Yeah.
California adopted that several years back, but they thought, half time wasn't good enough, so they were 85%.
85% and a 97% conviction rate.
Yeah. Real talk.
You talking about Long Beach or you talking about the feds?
Talking about period.
Oh,
Period.
Federal
Yeah.
period.
Say, JC, what do you do? I mean, I know you had worked with some mental health people.
Yeah, worked in the mental health field when I first came home for about 3 years. Still kind of do the same thing right now. Yeah.
So, we was talking about the difference of the state and federal. Breeze, have you done any community work since you've been home?
A lot of community work. When I was working in the record company with a dude named Black Tone, he would always take me around to different high schools and speak, talk to different people. And I worked with Black. I got on when I think I came home in '98. Went back, came out again in 2000. Met up with a homie named Chubb who was worked with Black Tone. And Black Tone and them, they took a liking, man. I gotta say, man, he probably one of the first Pyrus that I ever really kind of met and was cool with. Like, just dude is just, when I say he's solid all the way around, and Unfortunately, he's been down for like 8 years. He had a massive stroke, and he's been down for like 8 years. But Tone got me into taking me around and doing. He wasn't really a speaker when it came to like the kids and stuff like that. So he done took me around to various high schools. I spoke. Did a lot of motivational speaking I done done, since I've been home.
Good to hear that. Good to hear and see that your experiences and your testimonies will help others.
Yeah.
And through their trials and tribulations, they can reflect on hearing the stories from all three of y'all. So Doug Nash, who's Doug? What are you doing at your? Tell us a little bit more about your work.
I'm what you call a post-conviction expert consultant, meaning that I work with two lawyers, and everybody in the office, when it come to anything, they always come to me. You know what I'm saying? Based on the fact that I know both sides. I know the 25 years in prison side, and I know the other side.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? As far as going through the system anyway. You know what I'm saying? So that's what my main thing is. Like we got a lot of homies that's in jail right now, been down for like 15, 10, 20 years. And a lot of them thinking that it's over with, right? And I tell them like, yeah, when I was locked up, my first 10 years, I was just getting cracking. You know what I'm saying? Like, every yard I hit, you know what I'm saying? Where the homies at? What's going on? If you do something, you do something to Rick, you know what I'm saying? And he in the hole, okay, when I come out, I'm finna get either I'm gonna get you or your homie. That's what it was, you know what I'm saying? And then I was to the point where I was thinking like, damn, I'm gonna do the rest of my life in this motherfucker. You know what I mean? Because I already knew when they gave me the life sentence, I'm like, I'll be fucking up. So I ain't never getting out.
Let me talk about. I think that's the first time, or maybe second time, you admitted that out publicly, because you wouldn't.
I wouldn't tell you that in the cell though.
So you admit that was yourself.
Yeah, every time you used to ask me something. So every time I say, okay, Rick used to ask me a certain thing. When you get out, you're gonna be doing this. And so I used to always tell him, I'm finna get out, give me a job and do this, that, the other, whoop-de-whoop. Right? But in my mind, I was like, I don't even know if I'm gonna get out, because I knew if something happened, I'm going out. I'm getting to bed first, because if you get caught up, I done seen dudes get airlifted, get left behind.
Man.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, I'm only talking about Stevens
Hey, that's the crazy reality of that. You would love to think you can just go to prison and do your time. Not the case.
Whether you sentenced to 30 years or 1 year.
Yeah.
It's always something.
Yeah, it's always something, and you always are a part of it because you was born that way, and you ended up in prison. So yeah, it's not a guarantee. And another thing I want to piggyback off of what Doug said, a lot of people think that once you go to jail, whatever, that it's over. Nah, bro. That experience is damn near better than a college degree in some cases. You gonna have to work your way up to get paid like it's better than a college degree. But they gonna rely on you. Like he said, they come talk to him first. When I was in the office, they used to come get me first. Where's Jeff? Jeff, we need you for this. Jeff, we need you for that. They can depend on me and the experience that I had in life, going through all of these different situations. And I would pull from that to help other people through whatever they were going through at whatever time I was called to. So, yeah, man, those experiences that you went through when you went to prison are valuable. You might not think so, but those life lessons, man, you can help somebody else through some tough shit that you can really make a career for yourself.
And
it's one thing that it's not utilized a lot unless you've been down for a long time, because when you first go to jail, and you get hit with whatever time you get hit, first thing you're looking for is the homies who got the sack, weight pounds. That's all you're looking for. You give a damn about the law out there. You give a damn about that. Then you get tired of being in that motherfucker. Then you see somebody who's pretty good. They got that, they always at the law like, hey man, okay, let me see your case, And that's when you separate the snitches and who lying about their case, if they ain't trying to let you see your case to help them, so they can help you, something is fishy.
So it's,
Hold on one, Junior, regional speak.
And it's a trip hearing the homie Duck talk about what he was saying. I didn't have that concept of when I came in of understanding that, you know, that when I come in the feds, it's a certain way that they doing things and this and that. I came in the feds mad, angry. You know what I mean? I come in with, you know, banging. Everything was on, you know, all, and you know, I'm seeing people walk across the yard with red rags hanging out and everything. I never like that tripped me out. And you know, so every jail that I was in, I was always in some type of conflict. And before I know it, you talking about I came in at 18. By the time I was 20, I was in Supermax. You know, in Marion, Illinois. You know, 23-hour lockdown. John Gotti and Ray Brown. I'm with all these dudes up here doing 5 years because I done got kicked out of 4 penitentiaries. You know, just kicked out of this now. And you know, I never thought would sit back and think like this is like school. Like you mess up, you get kicked out. They don't want you there no more. You know what I'm saying? And they just ship you. And I didn't really, it was a dude named Jeff Fort, man, matter of fact, that was out of Chicago that was in Marion with me, leader of the El Rookins, that kind of gave me some game, man, and kind of made me think. And he said to me, he said, man, I'm doing like 200 years. He said, I'm never going home. He said, but you got to outdate. He said, man, somewhere along the line, youngster, you got to get a concept of a vision of what you're going to do when you go home. Mm-hmm. He said, because I would think that you was doing life. The way the way you move and your way you programming and, you know, you ready to stab somebody for this or you ready to do this. Because I was young, man. You know, I'm young. And you kind of feel like you ain't never going home. It really don't matter. In the feds, it's like, you kind of didn't feel like you was going home. It's just like, you like, damn, I'm here. Y'all ain't caught me with no dope, no money, no nothing. But people said that I did this and I'm in jail. You know, it's hard to grasp that, you know, in the state, you know, they got to come with more evidence. You know, when they convict you. But conspiracy is hard to, in the feds, it's just, Joe Blow got to say you did this and you
good as gone.
You good as gone.
Ooh, that's good. Ooh, oh, wow. Hey, I was just thinking about some stuff. But Doug.
Yeah.
So I know you was Doug Junior. Doug is a kind of guy that would be in the library.
Yeah.
Helping folks.
Yeah, but see, I understand where Junior coming from. Because when I first came to prison, my first 10 years, I came to prison, my baby mama was running. You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't worried about the sack.
You talking about baby mama?
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. No, I wasn't worried about the sack. So that was all good, right? But I was more like when I hit Centinela. I'm on the yard with Lil Hab, Slowpoke, few homies. You know what I'm saying? Good dudes. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it was all about, you know what I'm saying? I was stressing, but I wasn't stressing. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You know, and then after about 10 years, it was like, damn, man, my twins, because when I came to prison, she was pregnant with the twins. You know what I'm saying? So she had them while I was in the county. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So then I said, damn, you know, I want to see my twin after about 10 years of messing up. So then after then, I was always in the hole. So I started going to the law library in the hole. Really, because they had females out there, it was the triple CMS stuff. So I played the triple CMS role.
Let me talk about. What was the females? What females you talking about?
The psych techs and all them. They be
the nurses and all that. Yeah.
They wasn't older at the time. To me, they was cougars, and I was young. They understand I went to jail at 26 years old.
You want the freestyle to work in this institution.
Yeah. So I started reading the little book. So I wrote a 602 and I won it.
What's a 602?
It's a grievance. Oh, okay. A grievance process they got.
So when something's done wrongfully to you, you can complain about it.
You can redress that through the 602 system, you know what I'm saying, which is a grievance and any type of violation. But I read when you're in the hole, you ain't got nothing but time.
What's the hole?
ADSEG.
What's the ADSEG?
Administrative segregation.
And that means
where they lock you up. If you do something bad on the yard, they put you in a cell. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You go up in there, take all your property and everything. You stripped out. You just got your socks, your boxer. If you got some socks, You're gonna have some boxers in a
So
t-shirt.
this is a disciplinary action.
Yes, a disciplinary action.
So it's like a jail inside of a jail.
It's a jail inside of a jail.
Oh, okay.
So what I did was I read the Title 15 on everything that
And
I
that's
had
the book
covered.
of rules.
The Book of Rules.
For
It's
the
called California
Department of
Rules of Regulation, Title 15. And
Okay.
it's all the rules for all the whole prison system.
California prison.
California
Prison.
prison system.
Yeah.
So once I learned that, I went from that to trying to do my case. And I had a whole lot of denials by like 50 denials. You know what I'm saying? So then I
You mean
started following.
affirm?
Yeah, you know, but they had denied my writs because they affirmed it on appeal. But when I started filing habeas corpuses, I would listen to everybody else, put everything on at one time, right? And so I did it. So I didn't get no luck with that. So I laid off that for like 4 years, start filing lawsuits. So I won $13,500 filing lawsuits. And I didn't go buy no lawyer. I bought books. You know what I'm saying? So I bought some books, prison litigation, self-help manual.
Yeah.
You know, like guerrilla warfare in the legal system, right?
Yes, sir.
So I started reading that. And then I remember a long time ago in 95, I first got locked up in 94, dude said, man, you gonna get out doing a sentencing violation, right? So as I'm going through my stuff, I'm like, man, I ain't tripping off this, man. So I started doing a lawsuit, right? So then after about 15 years, I said, wait a minute, man. They got a juvenile prior. I was adjudicated. I was under the 3 strikes and you're outlaw, not the 3 strikes law.
Right.
So
That's
under-
the first.
That was the first one. That was the temporary one until they voted the other one in, the 3 strikes in November. That came
later
out
on,
like
a couple
March.
months later.
Yeah.
Several months down the road. Yeah.
Exactly. So I had
What you go to prison for?
I went to prison for carjacking. I was one of the first 25 dudes to get up under the carjacking statute, 215.
What kind of time was that they gave you for that?
They gave me 31 to life. They gave me 9 years, doubled it to 18, right? And then they gave me 6 years and doubled that to 12. They gave me 6 years, doubled that to 12, right? And then they gave me a 1-year prison prior, which made, and that was my 3rd strike with my juvenile prior, right? And so I was in this, once I filed the writ, I sent it to the judge, and I got the transcripts from my counselor on the fluke. I was telling her I wanted to get something else out of there. I'm like, damn, what is this? She said, that's from your prior conviction. Yeah, give me a copy of that. You know what I'm saying? So I got a copy of that. I sent that to the court. And then I'm in the cell with Trey D at the time. And
Who's
I said, we was at Salinas Valley.
Who's Jerry?
Tracy Davis, the rapper,
Okay.
Trey D,
Okay.
Nugget.
Eastsiders.
Yeah. Anyway, so I was in the cell with my homeboy, right? And I told him I got an appeal pending, man. He says, all right. I said, yeah, I got action. So when I got the denial back, he said, what happened, man? I said, they denied it, man. So I get on the bunk, I ain't tripping, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was tripping in my mind, but I gave him the illusion, like, ain't nothing. But in my mind, I'm like, damn, right? You know, what I'm gonna do? So 3 days later, they called me to the counsel's office. So the counselor said, I got some good news, some bad news. I always been the type like, okay, what's the bad news? Bad news is you still gonna be 180. You still gotta be level 4. But the good news is, let me see it. You gave me the abstract of judgment. I had 31 to life. It had 29 years on it, right? And everything got bright again. So
So the life sentence got kicked off.
it took off. But I had been down like 15, 16 years now. So I tell Trey D, I said, man, look, man, he knocked it off. He's like, oh, okay. So I'm gonna file another one. So he said, man, leave the white folks alone. You already got lucky once. So I'm on the top bunk. I'm on the top bunk, right? And so I lean over the top bunk. I said, let me ask you a question, homie. He said, what's that? I said, seriously, did you get lucky rapping? Like, no, you know me, I had on the answer machine, I was doing this, that, and other. I said, okay. I said, since you know how long I've been locked up? He like, yeah, you mean? I said, this is what I've been doing. He said, I'm just saying though, man. So I hooked it up, sent it out. It took them 3 months this time. They denied the writ, and instead of me calling me to the council, they sent it through the mail, legal mail. I come back, I said, look, they knocked 5 more off. So now I went from 29 to 24, but I had 26 because I got caught with a knife beat. I got caught with a knife. You know what I'm
They
saying?
get a knife in prison.
Yeah, I had caught a knife. Yeah, I had a weapon in prison. prison manufactured
shit.
weapon.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I had a weapon in there. It was steel.
Oh,
Nice point.
So wait a minute. Did you ever have a knife in prison?
All the time.
All
Every day.
I'm asking Breeze. You ever had a knife in prison?
All the time.
Jeff, let me see today. See, you ever had a knife in prison?
Man, what you think? Keep asking these questions. How many did you have?
I stayed with him.
And where did you keep them at? Let me ask you this, since you want to ask all these other crazy
Hey,
ass
listen,
questions.
I kept it in the pocket.
Yeah, okay, well,
The third pocket.
Hey, the feds had an on-site thing. Probably the state did too with a certain group or whatever, but we had that on-site thing with DC. Washington DC and California didn't get along in the feds. Like it's serious beef. It ain't like no game or nothing. It's like really kind of like if you see them, it's on. Like it's that type of.
Oh, okay. I'm
Really
familiar I'm familiar with on site.
Yeah.
Street and institution.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
thoroughly
so-
versed in that.
Yeah,
I didn't know that was like that in the feds.
Yeah.
Thanks for telling me that, Junior.
Yeah.
Man, I told you geographical beat depending on where, it depends on where you are. What side of the map you on.
Yeah, what side of the map you on? It's a lot of shit that go into it, but yeah.
And see, what a lot of people don't know about the feds is, you get on their nerves, they'll shoot you anywhere.
Anywhere.
in the United States.
Anywhere.
You can't do nothing
Can't do
about it.
nothing about it.
That's what happened to me.
Yeah, I'll be.
They
Should
don't
be
care
here.
if you park your face right there on Alameda, whatever street in California. You piss them off and get on their nerve, you'll end up somewhere at the top of the map in Buffalo, New York somewhere.
Man.
They don't give a damn.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Your family will never see you.
He ain't lying.
let's get to that. Might be a couple things. It might be the LA County Sheriff with the sheriffs, and that remind me of CDC when they put you on them bus rides. They just run you from institution to institution.
Yeah.
It's 32 of them, 34 of them.
Yeah, round the world.
Round the world trip. Maybe you had no property or nothing. Don't know where you at.
The cold part about that is you still in California.
Yeah, but they got
Hey, with the feds, you'd be in wherever there's federal prison, they subject to send you to it. Arkansas, Leavenworth, Kansas.
Man, that's where I was.
The Breeze said he was there.
Yeah.
Pennsylvania. Yeah, you'll be all over.
Lewisburg.
West Virginia.
I was in Lewisburg.
It's freezing cold, just like that.
Yeah, I got you.
You might be the only
Gold
Cali.
mine.
You might be the only Cali dude. It might only be about 7 of y'all on the yard. The rest might be East Coast.
And the cold part about it,
Woo.
that's including Mexicans.
That's
Believe
including
me,
Mexicans.
y'all get along.
That's your best friends now.
Man.
Yeah, that's your
Yeah,
best
you looking for
friend.
some California help, man. Like for real,
It ain't funny because
man.
being in them type of situations, I've been in
Man.
some shitty situations. Boy.
In the state too, I know they have some
Oh, they got
on-site
treat that.
situations
Oh,
where like
yeah,
certain
yeah,
people is just his own, man.
Yeah.
That's how it was.
So back to the script. So Doug, now you got your time knocked off.
Yeah, I got my time knocked off, and my points dropped. You know what I'm saying? So, but they didn't drop enough to get me on no level 3. You know what I'm saying? And then they was trying to send me to a 270 level 4. So I went over to 270 for a minute. You know what I'm saying? And then I wasn't liking that. So, I stunned it, went to the hole to get back to the 180.
Hey, so y'all break down the 180, 270s, and all of that for everybody, because a lot of people don't know.
Okay, a 270 design is when you're in the buildings, you got cells, and you can see the whole building. Now you got tables out there, the whole building. There ain't no blockage. On the 180, you got pods. The building is like basically cut off. Like this is on this side of the building to be A, in the middle of the building to be B, and this side of the building to be C pod. So everything is broke down into pods. And it really ain't no programming, day room. You ain't run phone calls and showers, but if you wasn't yard crew like I was, you wouldn't get no day room,
The
nothing like
movement
that.
is you trap.
Yeah.
Ain't no wiggle.
So in the state, y'all are y'all moving individually, or you with the homies?
Yeah. No, in the state, it's Long Beach.
Okay.
period.
Okay.
LBC.
Whether you're non-affiliate or you're affiliated or not.
It's Long
Long
Beach.
Beach. If
Okay.
you repping Long Beach and you hit the yard and you say, where you from, homie? I'm from Long Beach. All right, man, the homies over here. Oh, man, I don't fuck around like that. Okay, you got to get off the yard then. I mean, simple.
Yes.
Because, I mean, here's the idea of that. If you from Long Beach, you know what I'm saying, and you say you're not with us, you got a lot of haters, you know what I'm saying, that's on the outside. You know what I'm saying? So if they do something to him, first thing come out their mouth is, where he from? Oh, he from Long Beach. You know, we got a reputation in prison. You do something to ours, we're going to get cracking. Wherever we at, we going to get cracking. You know what I'm saying? That was our reputation in prison. That's what it is. You know what I mean? So if you say you from Long Beach, okay, you don't bang and nothing like that. Okay, cool. But you with the homies. If you just, I'm just freelance. Because somebody do something to you, it's going to be like, what happened? I just got on this dude from Long Beach, man. You know, whoop it in. His homie's going to tell him, okay, well, start packing our stuff up because they finna come out on the yard. You know what I'm saying? That's how we do. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's CDCR politics.
Yeah,
right
but
there.
but see, like I was talking to you, loved one. Like what I'm doing now, right? I've been out like 4.5 years. I ain't never been out this long in my whole life, right? But what I'm doing now, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of homies. Like I was talking to the homie Kenny Ray today, and he was telling me something. I said, bro, just give me the abstract of judgment. Now, ever since I've been in prison, I've been wondering what a technicality was. And I found that out since I've been out here on these streets, right? Here's a technicality. The time that you do from the time of arrest to the time of sentencing is the most important time you're gonna do in your life. They can give you 1,000,000 years. It's more important than that. You know what I'm saying? Because here what it is, it's a technicality. If I like I told the homies, I said, let me read your abstract of judgment. Okay, go to the back, because I don't have it in front of me and I can't see it on the phone. I say, you got the paper in front of you, go to the back. You see the box where it says time, yeah. How much actual time did it say you had? He said 150 days. I said, how much local conduct credit did they give you? He said 74 days. I said, homie, you got an unauthorized sentence. So they got to erase all that shit. They got to resentence. You get a full resentence. But now, the reason why you get a full resentencing is this here. Pre-sentence credit is so important. It's like they have to have the exact number. Like if it's 74.52, the .52 don't matter. It's the 74. But say they give you 73. That's enough to get everything wiped out. And they got to do it over. It's like you filling out a job application, put the wrong social security number, and then they send it back to you like, nah, it's wrong.
Right.
It's the same thing with an abstract, right? And what I've been doing lately, like I've been talking to a lot of homies, you know, and in the office and, you know, just calling me while I'm on the streets out here in society, right? And I'll be telling them like, hey, homie, look, it ain't over, bro. Man, I got this, I said, bro, look, I work with a dude that had life. I got work with a dude right now that had life without. We walked the yard together, life without. You got life with. He had life without. So you see the difference. Say, yeah. Then I tell him my CEO had 3 life sentences. He did 20 years. You feel me? So the thing is, I tell him now, I said, look, homie, I've been doing a lot of research. And what I do is I get up on all the up-to-date cases. And I said, once you get in now, all the new laws that came out since you've been locked up, they apply to you retroactively. As long as you get the door open. Like I told Kenny Ray, the door is open, bro. Send the paperwork to your brother and I'm gonna assist you. But when it comes to attorney, you know what I'm saying? I can assist you with that as far as a low price on the attorney. You ain't gonna be paying no $10,000, $15,000, $20,000. You know what I'm saying? Plus you the homie. You know what I mean? So that's what I mainly do. That's why a lot of laws come. Like I got a law out now about a 5-year enhancement, Senate Bill 1393, gun enhancement, Senate Bill 620. If they use a strike, a prior conviction to strike you out, or even to give you 2 strikes, and they turn around and give you the 5 years, that 5 years got to come off up under AB 518. If they gave you the upper term without showing no aggravating factors and stuff like that, just based on the fact, oh, you in here for murder. Okay, that's the name of the crime. Now go through the details with the aggravating factors. That's 5, 6, 7. Then they got one that's gonna apply to a lot of homies, a lot of people, which is 256, which is a Racial Justice Act, right? And all you have to do, like we in Los Angeles County, say they gave you 20 years for a robbery. And, you know what I'm saying, with all these enhancements and all that. And another dude in the same year got the same robbery, and they gave him 8 years. That's all you need is that. That's all you need is that. You want to show the disparity in the sentencing. And that's a big,
Was it the same case?
huh?
The same charge, yes.
No, it don't. It got the same charge because there's a lot of people in there with your charge. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so it's so many different cases. If you're a veteran, it applies to you retroactive. Then a lot of dudes think that it's over. Oh man, the expert got up there and no, that works to your advantage now.
You're talking about the expert witness.
Yeah, but see, you got gang experts, you got forensics, you got ballistics, you got all the experts, bro, and they get up there a lot of times, bro. And the law is 467, right? If questionable expert testimony contributed to the verdict, just like when say you're a gang member and a gang expert get up there. Well, I seen him and all them, they had pictures and everything, and they was throwing up gang signs, this, that, and other. So in your mind, oh, they got me on gang banging. No, they ain't got you, bro. That's not what the statute is. The statute is to prove that a pattern, not just that one incident, but a pattern. See, proving that you're a gang member is like putting the key in the door, but you ain't opening it up. You ain't opening it. You know what I'm saying? Just putting the key in the door. That's just proving you're a gang member. That's called a prerequisite. That don't mean nothing. They got to prove the statute. They got to prove that it commonly benefited the gang. You know what I'm saying? Say, for instance, if we go out and we do a robbery, you know what I'm saying? And I do a robbery and by myself. I do a robbery. Boom. I get the money. Then they hit me with a gang, you know, because you're a gang member. They never proved that what I did contributed to the gang,
Yes, sir.
was
Yes, sir.
commonly benefited the gang. They never proved that. You know what I'm saying? So this is what they have to do now. They have to prove that this commonly benefited the gang. Not only that, but it has to be a pattern. And say, for example, the only way that you can prove the gang statute, bro, if you actually in the Italian mafia, because that shit, it goes on 24/7. Everything that they do, it goes on 24/7. But gang banging, it may be hot for 90 days, gunshots, killings, shootings, and all that. Then it'll die down. See that die down part? You break the pattern. It's not a pattern. You know what I'm saying? You know,
One machine never stops.
Exactly.
One machine is
up and down.
up and down.
If it stops, you can't prove it.
It increases.
Yeah.
It fluctuates.
We just got a dude last Friday. He had 60 years to life, right? Gang enhancement and all that.
Yeah.
Okay, so we just went and got him. He got 10 years. He get out in 2025 now. You feel me? We got a variety of different individuals out since I've been there, but I contributed to a lot of that. Not just me, but the legal team. You know what I'm saying? And everybody in the office, right? Everybody do their part. But we got an attorney named Crystal. She tight. You know what I'm saying? But like I say, everybody holler at me because when it comes to certain things, like you got a paralegal in there, but all paralegals don't file writ of habeas corpus.
Exactly.
You know.
Yeah.
So
Excuse me. JC, how'd you get out of prison? Federal prison.
Clemency, Obama.
Wow.
Obama gave me clemency. Yeah, they came through with the clemency project in 2014, signing people up, getting people out. I mean, that was ideally you wanted him that to be his staple, getting get free. Moses is coming to free the slaves type situation. You feel me? But that wasn't for his administration. You know, he got the health care.
Yeah.
And he backdoored with the clemency project to start getting people out. He got a lot of people out of jail early.
You won.
And I was one of them. Yeah, it's a beautiful situation. I'm grateful for that. Just hearing him talk, though, I just got a question.
Okay.
Because sometimes, you know, you feel kind of responsible. The responsibility, you know, and how you feel about it? You know, that shit, they carry a lot of weight. And I'm just hearing you like, man, it's powerful, bro.
yeah.
It's powerful to hear you, you know, claim like, hey, I'm in there doing that. I'm not the head dude doing it, and I'm not totally the only one doing it, but I'm part of this process and getting dudes out, giving niggas a chance at life again. Yeah, I just want to know how that make you feel though.
Hey, that make me feel good, bro, because I look at it like this. The homie Crow, rest in peace. When he put me on, he's like, man, we're gonna be able to get a lot of homies out. I said, not just a lot of homies, but a lot of people, period. It's a lot of good dudes in there. And I ain't gonna lie, when I got out, bro, I was like 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Cause be jump back into the set and get to doing this, that, and other. But then I started seeing the pool of individuals you working with, like I mean, it's some solid ones, homie. It's some solid ones, bro. But
It ain't right.
but that's, I mean, to me, not to go on no gang shit or nothing like that, but to me, it's like I'm from a different cloth. You know what I'm saying? There's certain things that we don't do. You know what I mean? It's like, I mean, for like just for example, the separation. You know what I'm saying? Like, we had homies that didn't like each other, but we wasn't plotting on killing him and doing that and getting him out the way. We wasn't doing that. And then if you do come up, you know what I'm saying, and you balling, you looking out for people. You're not just tucking it in, you know what I'm saying? You're not planning it, you know what I'm saying? And you said something earlier with some other individuals here. And they went back, right? I remember when I was young with Kings Park, the homies were shooting and stabbing each other. And at the end of the day, it was like we protocol, we no brain. Now, I understood that for what it was, but I didn't really understand the depths of it till I went to prison. Mm-hmm. And before I went to prison, I had talked to Big Papa. Before he got, rest in peace. Before his demise, right? I had talked to him. He said, when you go to prison, don't never get on the paperwork. That shit bullshit. That's what broke the setup the first time they tried it, whoop-de-whoop. And I didn't understand it, and then I see it now, right? You got a lot of individuals in certain positions, and I'm not mad at you, because if I was in that field, then it'd be a different thing, but I'm not on that. But I see exactly what it is. When you got separation from here to here, it's like, and when I see homies that I grew up with and still here, I feel good. Like, damn, this nigga still here. What's up, homie? You know what I mean? I feel that, and it's some people like I come up and see you and it be about 15 people. You might know these dudes, but I like, what's up, loved one? What's the whoop? And they be like, me, oh, he acting funny. I don't know you. Yeah. I'm not acting funny. I don't know you. I'm not finna just hey, and then you don't know what's going on, right? And it's like, I tell a lot of them, bro, listen, when you go to jail and you get a gang of time, after about 10 years, holler at me. I'll be out here to get you back out here. You know what I'm saying? On some real stuff, bro.
Yeah. I'm talking. You believe what he's saying, man?
Yeah. I'm totally exactly understanding what he's saying. Because we was all around in that era, man. It's a hard step now, man. It's so much division. It's crazy because it's people from the outside that look in and see the city. Long Beach is on the map for real. Yeah. All the way. It ain't no bragging about it, just straight up. And people from the outside looking at this dude asked me the other day. He said, insane is like y'all kind of like all these other hoods that got like about 100 different branches of your hood. And I said, yeah, you kind of could say that because that's how it's separated. What he's saying is that's how separated it is. There's so many different, there's so many different branches, man. Everybody, he over here, this side don't like this side, this people, And the first thing I heard that really shocked me, man, that, like Duck, like we ain't all trying to be on no gang thing, but just some things that tripped me out was when somebody told me that we go by 2,100 now. I said, what?
Okay, just get that stat. I just know that.
No, real talk. No. Somebody hit me with that, man. I couldn't believe it. I said 2,100. He said, yeah, y'all. I heard y'all with the old car now. I said, huh? I said, that's the first time I ever heard that.
Okay, that's what that is. Okay.
But I wanted to ask Duck a question though, man, to help the people too, man. This is about, something on the positive tip. When we get out, right? Mm-hmm. And we get out of prison, say I want to go get a job somewhere. Mm-hmm. Are they supposed to go when they search and do the background check? Is it by the date that you done your parole, or is it by the date that you actually caught your case that they go back? Like for example,
Correct.
just example, I caught my case in '88.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody said, well, they won't look. They can't look you up now. They ain't gonna be able to find it because '88 is when you caught your case.
Conviction, right?
Okay.
But I didn't get off parole until 2003.
Okay, here it is.
Okay.
They can only go back like you talking about, like when you're going for a job or something
Yeah,
like
like
that.
you're trying to do.
Okay, they can only go back like either from 7 to 10 years, right? Because when I went to the halfway house, I got a job at Fashion Nova, right?
Okay.
They said I was cleaning the Board of Health. I'm like, shh. But I've been down 20 some years, so I didn't have no record.
Yeah, I know that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Because they can. Well, I had a record. Excuse me, I had a record, but they can only go so far,
Okay.
right? But what they got going on now is 731, which is you can get your record expunged. You know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to tell a lot of homies that got jobs and stuff like that.
731 what? SB?
Senate Bill 731.
SB.
Yeah, SB. And I was telling a lot of homies that do got jobs that been out 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years, how long they been out, right? It's like, okay, bro, I understand you're not worried about it now, but understand this. I was in prison with a dude that stayed out 19 years. He got into it with his girl. She slapped him. He pushed her in the face, and they struck him out. Based on he said, man, I ain't been to prison in 20 years. They supposed to take that off. Had he got it expunged, he'd got away with that push in the face. But because he didn't get his record expunged, they got him. You feel me?
Okay.
And I tell a lot of homies now that they doing good and got jobs and all this, the ones that got records. Bro, get your stuff expunged because say for instance on the day you on a celebration, you really don't drink, you get drunk or driving, whoop and your record come up, it's gonna come back on you because here it is. For a job, it's from 7 to 10 years. But when you get stopped by the police, your record is still there.
Mm-hmm.
Point blank period. You never get that expunged. It don't apply to that.
Okay.
Then I tell a lot of people when you do get your record expunged and you go out of California, it's don't apply outside of California. All these is California laws. You know what I'm saying? So, and
State law.
yeah,
State
and
law.
so that's what I really want to do for the homies, man. Like for not just for the homies, for everybody in Long Beach. You know what I'm saying? They got records and been off for like 5, 6 years. Been out 5, 6, 7 years, ain't been back, nothing like that.
Yeah.
Get your record expunged, man. Get it expunged because as long as you're in California, you don't have to worry about it.
Gotcha.
But because all of us right here, we got records.
Mm-hmm.
And so we've been out 10 years. And we having a party or something one day, whoop, this on a fluke, somebody coming with some bullshit, individuals go to jail for something, right?
Mm-hmm.
Our record still comes up, bro.
Yes, sir.
Regardless of what we've been doing, how much money we got, our record still comes up. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's like we dealing with the homie Snoop. And I'm looking at a lot of his shit like, damn, I ain't know he had all that shit. Just like a lot of people, but your record still comes up and it still affects you in a lot of things that you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? If you want to start a business with kids or this, that, and the other, it's certain things on your records you can't have. They're gonna be like, nah, you got a felony.
So certain jobs, you saying they will go longer than 10 years then. Like if you say you wanted to go get a, some type of post office job
Yeah,
or something,
anything federal.
they gonna go all the way back.
Yeah, anything federal is gonna pop up.
Okay.
See, if it's California, like state jobs and stuff like
County
that,
job.
they not tripping.
Okay.
County jobs, state jobs, local jobs, they not tripping.
Okay.
They go back 7 to 10 years. But when they come to the feds, that don't apply.
Okay, I got you.
You know what I'm saying? They got just like if you get your record expunged in California, it's expunged in California. When you leave out of California,
It's back
it's
on.
back on because under the federal database, it's still there. You know what I'm saying? You can never get that expunged because they're not gonna let that happen.
Right before we go, Junior got something. Hold on, Junior. Let me get the volume up on the. All right, shoot.
So we talking about getting records expunged and all of that stuff. Say you got a case, a felony or whatever, but they making it hard for you to be legit and walk up in there and try to get a gun the right way instead of going in somebody's back alley and getting one. How do you fix that?
You can't fix that. You can't. I tell a lot of people all the time, just because they expunge your record, first of all, they just expunging your record. They not erasing nothing. They's expunging it. It still happened because the feds still got it.
Right.
So it's like this. In California, you got people out here, you got weed shops just popping open. And then every now and then, the feds just ran up in there.
Yeah.
That's how it is, bro. You know what I'm saying? The feds is still illegal federally,
Federal.
Yeah.
but state law is legal.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? So
It ain't the state messing with the federal government messing.
exactly. So it's say for instance, you get your record expunged and all this, that, and other. You go in there and try to get a gun. It's federal licenses and understandings with that. It's federal involvement in that, getting a gun. It's federal involvement. Yeah, so if it's DOJ and that's
I got you.
I had to tell the homie, I said, just because you get expunged, you can't be walking around with no AK on your shoulder, bro. Who told you shit like that? That's not how it go, homie. You can't just be
Yeah, Branson.
no, because you got a record. You know what I'm saying? You had a record.
Let me pounce on something, Junior. I'm gonna let you go because we losing light. So listen. All right, Junior. Junior, everybody, Junior citizens, we about to go.
Peace, Joe.
All right, Jim.
All right, Junior.
Okay. All right, Junior. So let me get to this. Breeze, were you aware of the that 4 LA County sheriff officers committed suicide 24 hours of each other? You hear about that on the news?
Yes, slightly. I don't know all the way, but I heard something vaguely heard about
What
it.
about you? You hear about
I haven't
that?
heard nothing about that.
Yeah. So it was 4 LA County. 3 of them was active officers. 1 was retired. And they all killed themselves 24 hours. 1 killed himself 24 hours.
They working in the same station?
Don't know that. I don't think so. I don't know that. I didn't do no more further investigation. But 1 died, committed suicide, 24 hours. Another one committed suicide, 24 hours. Another one committed suicide.
All LA
24
County.
hours, 24 hours of each other.
All LA County.
LA County Sheriff deputies.
One of them was one. They were kind of young too.
Oh, okay.
But the first, I remember the first one, but I didn't know it was a chain reaction. I heard about that first one though. The first dude that killed himself, but I didn't know they kept going.
Yeah, I mean, when you just listen to me tell you the story, for the viewers of this, you can look this up, Google this up, and it'll pop up. What did you think about? Have you ever come to a time where you heard something happened, or have you ever been doing time and you hear a correctional officer committed suicide and then show up to work?
Not a correctional officer, but dude committed suicide right across from my cell.
Okay, yeah, we know
Yeah,
that happens in prison.
yeah.
I was looking for the correctional officer. But
Oh,
yeah,
no.
suicide rate for people.
No.
Yeah,
no correctional.
I've seen, well, twice. Well, and both of them was at Lancaster, where they had a lot of black COs, and both of them was black. One of them was a female, and one of them was a dude. One dude, he shot himself in the head because it's broad. While he was at work, okay, he go to work, he worked night man, so it's nighttime.
Yeah, third watch.
That was his third watch.
So what was going
He was
on
doing it for
there?
years. And you know how sometimes the COs get over familiar with the inmates like us.
Yeah.
And they get to talking. So dude was like saying something like, oh, whoopty whoop is
Yeah.
banging up in his girl, his wife.
Yeah.
And so, you know, we sit around and talk, and as soon as the mother gets stupid, hey, that's why your wife getting fucked by whoopty whoop.
Yeah.
Just plant the seed.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't know what you talking about. But yeah, he gonna act like it's all good and dandy, but we just put some in his head.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So, dude name was Jameson or something like that, and he left. Him and another CO named Allen got in a fight in the parking lot. We heard about it.
Mm-hmm.
Same CO where we said they was fucking his wife.
Mm-hmm.
Then Jameson wife left him for the dude he was fighting with.
Ooh.
So a year passed, and then dude blew his head off.
Oof.
And then the female, same thing happened with her. She got pregnant by the lieutenant. The lieutenant had a whole wife and family, right? And then it's like a sister, all in front of the program office. Yeah, you get motherfucker. Woo. Next thing you know, she ended up hanging herself over him, and she left a note why she hung herself.
Oof. That's vicious.
You know what I mean? So I didn't heard them both.
What about you, Jeff?
Well, I mean, other than the gang officer that we both know, you know. Now, I haven't heard about no COs personally, but yeah, the gang officer from Long Beach who did it, you know, who we heard about his reputation around here.
Yeah.
I had run-ins with him.
Yeah,
I seen, you know, his work, and yeah, I can only imagine the depths of it. And some shit he had to carry with himself every night. And how overwhelming that could have been, and finally it got the best of him. That shit is real, bro. One thing I could tell you, the trauma, you know, whether you the victim of it or you the fucking like one who's doing it, it's real. It's gonna be on you.
What's up?
I can just say, in your case, and it hit a little different. The accident you had, the shit you shared with me, and how it fucked with you. That shit is real. And this is the thing, like, culturally, that we took part in, how this shit went. We see homies right now that, you know, we can't connect with no more because of some what they going through right now. Homelessness, drug use, all of this other shit, you know, because of the trauma that life put on them that they just didn't know how to get from up under, bro. You know, they get stuck in this shit out here, and you get just a routine of getting fucked up. So fuck yeah, that shit is real. I can see why a motherfucker want to kill himself, but it ain't for me.
Yeah, ain't gonna be able to do it.
It ain't gonna be, I done experienced enough niggas trying to get me. You know what I mean? I done shot 7, 8 times, you know, and stabbed up, all of this shit. You know, done did just the same to other people. So for me to give somebody, you know, do a favor for somebody by taking me out, I'm not gonna be able to do it.
Shortcut.
But I can understand why somebody who probably ain't, you know, mentally can't hold some of that shit. It can happen. It's heavy, bro. It's heavy for me. So I can understand for somebody else how heavy it could be and why they might go that route.
Gotcha.
Every day I wake for like my life on the line. Jungle in these streets, speaking peace on the line. Hustle to increase, put it all on the line. House to spouse, family free to walk in yards on the line. Every day 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 on the line.